This is Voice Search Impact and Strategies by Matthew Claeson and Davila. Starting with an overview, we will give an introduction to voice search, then talk about how it works. Once we understand this, we can talk about what devices and platforms voice search is commonly found on, some benefits and advantages, and some challenges and considerations. Then we will wrap up with future trends and our conclusion. A definition for voice search by Techfunnel is an approach of advanced technology that uses voice-enabled commands to carry out a search on the internet browser, your phone, or any application. Instead of having to type out on a keyboard or touchscreen device, one can just talk their queries out loud to their device. Going into the history, voice search goes back all the way to 1952, where the invention could only recognize numbers 0 to 9 with 90% accuracy. Throughout each following decade, improvements were made to the original invention. IBM's The Shoebox that could understand 16 words, text-to-speech, DARPA's Harpy that could recognize up to 1,000 words, and the biggest invention of them all, IBM's MedSpeak, which was the first invention that could keep up with speech from a speaker. This all led to the big companies of today all having a voice assistant in nearly all their devices, aka the 21st century. How voice search works can get complicated, including things that people would not expect for such a common feature on most devices to have to do. On the left, there is some information on how voice search works clearly, but I would like to break down and examine how each step is important. Number 1, filtering sounds out. This is when the voice search is initiated, the voice assistant will first filter out any background noise. This is important for making sure that the voice query is clear and distinct, even in noisy environments. Number 2, digitizing the query. The voice assistant then converts the voice query from sound waves into digital data. This makes it possible for the device to work with and analyze the user's spoken words. Number 3, conduct voice analysis. Following digitation, a voice analysis is conducted to process the digital data. This analysis involves understanding the nuances of the user's voice, including tone, accent, and speech patterns. Number 4, connecting to external data sources. The voice assistant connects to external data sources such as Google Search or other databases essential for gathering information to provide relevant answers to the user's query. Number 5, translating the information. It's not just about providing data, it's about understanding what the user wants and delivering a meaningful response. To satisfy the searcher's intent, the voice assistant translates the information it receives. Number 6, pattern recognition. The voice assistant also engages in pattern recognition by comparing the query to existing samples in its database. This allows it to identify common speech patterns and linguistic structures, enhancing accuracy and compare that with other samples in the database. Nearly all the devices that we have today incorporate voice search that is specific to the tech giant that created it. One of these include mobile phones and devices. Both iOS and Android have integrated voice search features such as Apple Siri and Google Assistant. Users can leverage these voice assistants to perform tasks like setting reminders, sending messages, and conducting web searches with simple voice commands. Even speakers have played a role in voice assistant development, where Amazon Echo and Google Home have come into play as voice-activated virtual assistants that a user can always ask questions to. In-car systems have stepped up, developing voice search in vehicles for safety factors, navigation control, entertainment, and communication on the phone. As touched on previously, voice search is a central feature of voice assistants, which are an integral part of major tech ecosystems. Companies like Apple, which have Siri, Google, which has Google Assistant, Samsung, which has Bixby, Microsoft, which has Cortana, and IBM, which has Watson, have developed their voice assistants to provide personalized information, perform tasks, and interact with users based on their specific platforms.
Hello, my name is Connor, and I'm going to talk about some advantages and benefits of voice search and marketing. So starting with convenience. Voice search caters to the growing trend of consumers seeking convenience in their online experiences. It allows users to search for information without the need to type, making it especially appealing for mobile users or those engaged in multitasking activities. Next, speed. So voice search provides instant results, often faster than typing out a query. This aligns perfectly with the modern consumer desire for instant gratification and immediate answers to their questions. So another advantage of voice search is, of course, hands-free control. So voice search allows users to engage with devices while their hands are occupied with other tasks. This is particularly relevant in situations like driving, cooking, or any other activity where manual operation is needed. Accessibility. So voice search significantly improves accessibility for individuals with disabilities, making it an important tool for ensuring that your content is available for the widest possible audience. Next, personalization. So voice search often involves more conversational and natural language compared to typed queries. This provides an opportunity for marketers to understand user intent better and tailor their content to match those intents. So our last listed advantage would be efficiency. Voice search streamlines the process of obtaining information. Users can express their queries in a conversational manner, reducing the need to sift through search results. Now that we've seen some advantages in voice search, let's take a look at some challenges faced in the market today. So starting with emerging technologies, or AI. Implementing AI-driven solutions for voice search can require significant financial and human resources. Small businesses or those with limited budgets may find it difficult to compete on this front. Another concern marketers should keep in mind is privacy. So users are increasingly concerned about the privacy implications of voice search. They'll worry about the conversations being recorded, stored, or even potentially misused. Another challenge that voice search faces is accuracy or misinterpretation. While AI has come a long way in understanding natural language, it can still struggle with nuances, dialects, and accents. Local optimization. So voice search often involves local intent, such as finding nearby businesses or services. So optimizing for these location-based queries can be complex, especially for businesses with multiple locations. Finally, search engine optimization. So marketers must strike a balance between optimizing for voice search and traditional text-based search. This may involve revising content, meta tags, and other elements to cater to both types of queries. Briefly going to go over some cases where voice search would be most optimal. So travel, obviously when you're on the go. Smart home controls, when you have that kind of technology set up, it'd be obvious that you'd use your voice to make a command. Simple commands, this could be anything from play a song to Google something real quick. Entertainment and media, you need to make a quick online search. Shopping, you saw a pair of boots you really like. And finally, educational, you're taking notes and you need to search something online. So some future trends we expect to see in the voice search industry involve advancements in voice search and recognition. So as time passes, this technology will just continue to improve. Local business optimization, as said before, normally when someone makes a voice search, it's with local intent. Smartphones will continue to be the driving factor behind voice in the future. Voice AI, conversational AI, and machine learning. So voice search is only part of a larger revolution called conversational AI, which aims to allow people to quickly receive the answers they need. So all in all, voice search is not as new as some would think, with the big rise of voice search coming in the 21st century, but the history dates back 50 years prior. Voice search as a tool has helped people in almost every way, through phones, wearable tech, to our house security and vehicles. Voice search has also helped lead to the next step in technology, like artificial intelligence. The more you know about voice search and the way it works, the more you can see where technology has been able to innovate throughout the decades and where we can go with our capabilities today. Thank you for listening to our presentation. We provide some sources below, and can we answer any questions?